Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my weekly pregnancy journal series. Today I'm going to be talking all about week 19 of my second pregnancy. As far as development goes for week 19, baby is now about 10 inches in length and 10.5 ounces in weight, which I actually had my anatomy scan this past week, and I will talk about that in a little bit, but baby is measuring about 9 ounces as per that scan. So since we know baby is a girl, it says in here that her uterus is completely developed by now, which is kind of interesting to think about. At this point in baby's development, most of the energy is utilizing in gaining weight. The placenta has now reached its maximum thickness and is busy supplying all of the baby with nutrients and oxygen and disposing of waste as well. That's kind of it as far as development goes this week. The development is definitely going to probably slow down some over the next couple of weeks because it sounds like a lot of what is happening at this point is growth. The baby's putting on weight, but that's kind of where we are at with that. So outside of development, how this week went for me, it was a pretty good week. Once again, I was super consistent this week with my workouts, which was really nice. I feel like I'm finally starting to get like a lot of my energy back, and honestly I feel almost like I did before I was even pregnant, so that's kind of nice. I have been able to wake up early most days this past week and get more into a routine with working out and all of that. My eating hasn't been quite the way I hope it would be, but I'm going to keep working on it. I feel like I have definitely added in more vegetables to my diet, and I think it's just hard because right now I just really want carbs, and I don't know, I feel like I just eat a lot of carbs. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Week 19 was also the week that I had my anatomy scan, so that was a lot of fun. A little bit of a bummer because I mentioned a couple weeks back that Trevor would not be able to come with me for that appointment, and unfortunately he was not able to come with me for that appointment due to COVID restrictions. So it was kind of a bummer. I went into the appointment pretty nervous because with my daughter, that was the appointment that we found out that she may have something going on with her kidneys. So I was nervous to go to the appointment alone because I was afraid that I was going to get some bad news about this baby and their development, and I was going to have to take the news by myself. The ultrasound tech did a wonderful job with the ultrasound. I will share a little picture over here of the baby's profile, and it was a lot of fun. It was like just so nice to see baby moving. She was not breech, which is good news. She wasn't head down either, but she was like transverse, laying across me like sideways. So with my daughter, every ultrasound we ever had done, she was always breech. So I'm really hoping that this baby decides to put her head down in the right position so that I can try for a VBAC, which is a vaginal birth after cesarean. So hopefully that will be the case for me. The good news is the ultrasound showed that everything was developing normally and she looked really good. She's measuring on the smaller side, but that's okay. My daughter was measuring on the smaller side as well. So she's in about the 22nd percentile right now. Viv at birth was 6 pounds 3 ounces. Both Trevor and I were 6 pounds 15 ounces, so we were both smaller babies. So I don't know if that's gonna mean that we are just gonna have smaller babies, but Viv is definitely on the smaller side. So we'll see once this baby makes her arrival how big she actually is. I would be totally fine with another small baby. I love the little itty bitty tiny babies. I think they're so cute. This week we also had an appointment with cardiology for my daughter Vivian, just to check out a murmur that she's had since like around 4 months was when they first heard it. So I work in a pediatric cardiac like ICU, so I have listened to her murmur multiple times. It was one that was definitely very faint. It came and went. I wasn't too concerned about it, but at her 15-month appointment with the doctor, with her pediatrician, they recommended just seeing cardiology just to kind of cross it off and make sure that having them like take a listen and make sure that everything sounds good and that it just is an innocent murmur. So we had my anatomy scan on Wednesday, and then on Thursday I went back to the hospital with my daughter for an appointment with cardiology, and they cleared her and said everything sounded and looked good, so we are all clear there. And the only other thing we did this week, my husband and I went to Grand Rapids to visit a couple of friends, and my in-laws came over to stay with my daughter. So she kind of had a night with Grandma and Grandpa, which was fun, and she was exhausted on Sunday, so she definitely had a good time. And so did we. It was nice to get out of the house for a little bit and spend some time with my husband, not at home with our daughter. We are going to try to make going on a date more of a priority. So I think this month I already have like a date planned. My mom is going to take Viv for the evening and we are going to do dinner, and I'm excited because I feel like I want to get myself in the habit of doing a date night at least once a month, because I know that when you have kids it's hard to focus on your marriage, but I feel like it's really important to focus on your marriage. So that's kind of my plan for I think it's like in 2 weeks. But yeah, just knowing that we're gonna be having a second baby soon, I wanna make sure that we take the time now to create good habits and spend time together and all of that. So that's kind of it for my update for week 19. Again, I'm really feeling pretty good. I'm not having any like specific cravings, no nausea. I'm got my energy back. I'm feeling like a lot better, and I think exercise is really helping me with that. So I'm gonna just kind of keep on doing what I'm doing, and it was a good week. We found out that baby was growing healthy and nothing to be concerned about right now. So that is where I will leave this update. I'm gonna give you a quick update on how my bump is progressing. Here's a quick peek at my bump update. We are a couple days into week 20 right now, so here is my bump update. Kind of where we're at right now. Got a little bit there. Definitely feeling a little bigger. That is our update. Definitely getting a little bit of a baby belly now, so excited about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're interested in checking out any of the previous week's video, they will be linked in the description box below, so you can check those out. And other than that, I will see you guys in next week's video for my week 20 update. Bye.